Hello, everyone. Welcome to Salt Sweet Games. Welcome to Against the Stars, a Burn Bryte campaign co-produced with Roll20. Super excited to be back here. We're getting into the second half of Season 2. We just hit the halfway point last week, so we're getting into some interesting stuff as things start to collide as I shove all my players towards where all the factions are doing things. So gonna be super fun. But before we dive in to the game itself, we have to do some channel stuff as we always do. So first off, we want to give a shout out to our co-producers, our favorite virtual tabletop, and that is Roll20. We love them very much. Obviously, we do all of our games through them. And also, we literally wouldn't be able to do the campaign without them because they are the publishers of Burn Bryte. So y'all should probably check them out. They're great. You can check out the link below so you can sign up for it. It's totally free and it's great. So there's we love Roll20. Shout out to them. As part of being co-produced by Roll20 and this show, instead of taking personal donations here, we actually are supporting the Code 2040 Tiltify campaign that Roll20 has. For those of you who don't know, Code 2040 is a nonprofit that equips Black and Latinx technologists and their allies with the tools, connection, and care that they need to advocate for and achieve racial equity in the industry. Basically, we are all about diversity in our industries and at the table, and so we are supporting them that way. So definitely go check that out. We also have donation incentives there. Basically, at every $50, we get to introduce a complication into the story, which is always fun. Fun for me. Fun for the players. Love that. As well, at every $100, we get to do a giveaway, where we get to give away the bundle of the Burn Bryte starter pack, basically. So basically, you get everything that you need to run Burn Bryte, including a starter adventure, including map tiles, including NPCs. Basically, all you need to do is just get into that donations, and we'll be able to give it away.
We're only $15 away now.
Only $15 away from it now. So, and we get a complication and we get to do a giveaway. So, ooh, win-win. So, go check that out. It's great. Oh, hello!
Hey, friends!
Hello, follow Black Cats. Thank you so much for ratings. Hello, Raiders. We're just getting started, actually, so good timing. We're only $15 away from our donation goal. So go check that out, because we're raising money for Code 2040. If you can't donate or you just want to share the word about our show, we do have a social goal. Basically, at 15 retweets of our going live tweet, we get to unlock the weekly faction poll on Twitter, which basically lets you, the audience, and people who follow us over on Twitter, to vote on which faction gets to move forward in their scheme. Because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot for my brain to handle at any given point. So it's very helpful to know which one I should focus on and which one should be, starting to move forward in their plans, nefarious or not. Sometimes they're just doing stuff, then they're surviving. Don't worry about it. If you want to support the channel, however, we do also have a couple affiliate links down below, so you can go check that out and get some money off for dice or for coffee, all that good stuff. Last but not least, we here at Salt Sweet Games use safety tools, extra and note cards, and lines and veils, because we believe that no matter what happens to the characters, players should be having a ton of fun and should be enjoying themselves and feel safe in whatever we do. There also are content warnings. For those of you in chat, you can just do exclamation mark CW so you can see kind of what's in store, so you can prepare yourself. I will say that, of course, if something happens and you need to step away from the stream, please do so, because your safety comes above all. We are going to be getting to combat today. I will say that up front. So there will be violence, and we're in space. So space combat is, the vacuum of space is a thing, which I know some people get icked out by. So just a heads up on that. Okay. I think that's enough time. Yeah.
Kienna, we have new emotes.
We do have new emotes. Thank you for reminding me. We have new emotes from a wonderful emote wizard, Zaraneska. Basically, if you're subscribed to us at sub 2 or 3, we have a little pretzel scream and we have a little pretzel blush, so you can get that real cute stuff. They're so cute.
Also, we just hit $100 thanks to Super
Yay!
Middle, so we will have a Burn Bryte giveaway.
We're going to set up that giveaway as we get into it. So thank you so much for donating again. Really appreciate it. And again, all of it goes toward Code 2040, which is an amazing cause. And yeah. Okay. I think I did enough talking for now. We're going to get back into me talking a lot soon, but we'll take a break and we'll go say hello to our wonderful friends. Tell us who they are, who they're playing, all that good stuff. I know, Lauren, you're probably busy setting up that giveaway, but you're going first.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the salty half of this channel. And today I'm playing Vala Salabralta, who is an Ulron pilot. She's very strong. She's made of crystal. She doesn't have any family issues. And yeah, I can't wait to literally burn Bryte again.
All right, moving on. Let's go over to Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hello, hi, how's it going? My name's Jess. My pronouns are she and they, and I am playing, of course, today for you, your favorite Glean friend, Walala Oodles Nizalas Talamo. Tiny person, big name, but very excited for more adventures in space and to probably hide behind someone during combat, because I'm just a floof. I'm just here to floof. I'm just here to vibe and floof, okay?
Vibe and floof and do science sometimes.
Yeah.
Vibe, floof, science. In that order.
That's it. That's all I do. Embarrass my friends a little? No. Would never.
Never. All right. Let's go over to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hello, I'm Sam, and today, right, you can refer to me with they or she, and today I'm playing Vandal, who is a cat person with snake eyes wearing a three-piece suit, and their pronouns are they or she. Did that. That's a word sound. And anyway, they're going through a rough time, because their mom just told them some stuff. Hey, go to this place, pick up stuff from this person, and then, oh, by the way, make sure they don't say anything ever again. Like, cool, thanks, criminal mom. Love that for me.
Thanks, crime mom. You know, just normal crime mom things.
Normal crime mom thing.
Have we ever focused on the fact that Crime Mom wanted you to kill one of the most renowned criminals in our known existence?
No, that has absolutely never come up, and maybe we should talk about that.
You know, no big deal.
No biggie.
So, hello, I am Zelda, your non-binary busy bee. My pronouns are they, them, and I am joining you playing the Captain Zevzo, who is 100,000 bugs. We are called Rornan, and we are in the shape of a wallaby. We find this shape to be quite ergonomic, and nobody runs away when they see 100,000 bugs approaching them when you're in the shape of a wallaby. To kind of store all of our weapons, we have a TARDIS-like fanny pack that is mostly filled with metal shavings and some weapons and grenades. Who really knows? We keep a lot of stuff in there.
It's both in the fanny pack and inside of you. Like,
Yes.
it's just...
The fanny pack is really just like a zipper on the front, and when you open up the zipper, it's just into my belly.
It's just a little stomach. Incredible.
We
Love
work in
that.
mysterious and very, very not mysterious ways.
So good. And yeah, I'm Kienna. I am your GM for today. My pronouns are she and they. I play everyone who is not the player characters in the Alaxis Galaxy, and maybe the Alaxis Galaxy itself. Who knows? Definitely not like I've talked about how the Alaxis Galaxy, rather the Burn, is sentient in some way. No biggie. No biggie.
And very, very hungry.
Yep. Hungry boy. All right. So let's do a quick recap so we can get right into it. A variety of reasons have brought the crew to Marthon, which happens to be Vala's home planet. This includes, one, rescuing some people who had been kidnapped by the Daylight, a cult that the crew has had some running in with. Two, making contact with a specific person to gather information gather information from for Randall's mom. It was supposed to be very, chill and casual, and then it's slowly turned into we need to kill this guy named Narmaz, who also happened to be Zevzo's childhood hero, so you know. It's fine.
This is going great.
It's very complicated. However, upon delivering the information to Vandal and the crew, Narmaz mentioned that he found this interesting artifact, a orb which bared some resemblance to a omniscient crystal, something that the crew actually had come across before in their previous adventures. However, this omniscient crystal is a little bit different, not just in color or in properties, but their Hiasi friend on board had mentioned that it seemed rotten or corrupted. Something bad had happened to it. But Narmaz mentioned that he found this in the Cavabel asteroid belt, which, funnily enough, the information that Vandal's mom wanted also talks about the Cavabel asteroid belt and how many factions are involved there, including but not limited to things like the Port Pirate Collective, the Wesh Overguild, the Daylight, and some of the Marthal military as well. Great hot spot of fighting and political problems there. And so Narmaz, with this interesting artifact, made a proposal to the crew. He said that he had actually been planning, before he got kidnapped by the Daylight, to go and deliver this to the Port Pirate Collective, and to exchange it for a key, and a key that will lead to a vault somewhere in the Cavabel asteroid belt, which should lead to some treasure that came from omniscient time, the time of the gods, basically, or godlike beings that existed before our current age, or Bryte, as we call it here in this system. So after some intense planning and conversation between the crew secretly, which included throwing out the idea that they would just throw Narmaz onto an asteroid.
Wait, do we entirely throw out that idea?
I will put no value judgment on it. There was an option put out to just throw him onto a random asteroid. There's also an option put out to throw the corrupted artifact into the burn. There's a lot of different reasons, but they all came to consensus that they didn't want this artifact to fall into the wrong hands, and they definitely don't like it in Narmaz's hands. So they decided to just play along with his business proposal, and to therefore help him get to the Port Pirate Collective to make this deal, and therefore maybe also get a cut and into this treasure hunt that he speaks about. And so they finally left Marthong after some awkward family conversations and dinner and the such, and are finally headed over towards the asteroid belt. Hooray!
Hooray!
This asteroid belt as well has some omniscient ties from what the crew has seen. Walala and Vala had found an ancient map which hinted that the asteroid belt wasn't always an asteroid belt, but in fact had another planet there that no longer exists. How strange. So, you are all on the Wicked Wallaby and heading towards the Cavabel asteroid belt. Although it is relatively pretty much right next door to Marthong, there is a whole system of Marthong to get past, and a bit of distance. Like, you imagine, like, at least, let's see, actually, because, I have a map here.
A map!
Maps are a whole thing that I can use here
Love a
to
good map.
measure stuff out.
I don't know if I have the map overlay set up, but I could give it a whirl.
That's okay. We don't need it.
Okay, good.
This is just more for me. Okay, so you're looking at probably a day and a half of travel, which is not bad at all, to get to Marthong, the home planet here, to at least the edges of the asteroid belt. So I think that's at least somewhat common knowledge here is that the asteroid belt is a heavily congested and violent zone. Because there are no official claims on the asteroid belt, aka no one owns it technically, it's kind of a free zone for people to try and get resources from. And in an age where the burn is continuing to consume the edges of the universe, resources are getting more and more dwindling, especially plasma wells, which happens to be quite plentiful here in the asteroid belt. So there are many people who are trying to go and get plasma wells there. And there's also the fact that it's so close to Marthong. People are a little wary about all the factions that come to here, because Marthong is very, very strict about its borders and who is let in or not. And they're constantly paranoid that someone's going to come and try to take over and or steal their resources. So it's a bit of a no man's land, but I say no man's land as in like people try to avoid it when they can. Although, they do send out people to go and secretly do stuff. And with the dossier of information you've got, like I said, the Port Pirate Collective is there, which, according to Narmaz, it's only there because he was supposed to make contact with them, and he got kidnapped, so that didn't happen. There's the Daylight, which was mentioned to be there. There's the Wesh Overguild, which is an odd place for an Overguild to be, just in there. Who else did I mention? And then the Marthon military generally had a presence along the edge, again, to just survey and make sure that nobody gets the funny idea to try to stage a attack on Marthon. So you generally know that. So I guess what are y'all doing for the good portion of the travel to at least the edges of the asteroid belt?
Well, there's a secret scientist in my bedroom.
There is a secret scientist in your bedroom.
Is that a euphemism?
Not this time.
It could be.
Hey, let me show you my secret scientist.
Secret scientist in my bedroom.
How are you keeping the scientist secret this whole time?
Don't know.
She's gotta have to go to the bathroom. She's gonna need food. We have not had I can't remember what her people are called. But we have not had one of them on our ship, so we don't have the best accommodations. We don't have a fridge full of bodies that she can just be like, yeah, let me get in that
Z-boy.
body.
Oh, the
Boy, thank you.
boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the boys.
Zvoy?
I think either.
I think either.
I think both.
Pronunciation.
Both
Cool.
are valid.
We'll figure it out later.
Good. Okay.
So we haven't actually had too much contact with the boys in this campaign so far, except for Dr. Felma here. The boys are slug-like creatures, one of the playable species in Burn Bryte, where they have the ability to take over corpses, and usually with permission. To
From
use
whom?
Those, presumably the person who died.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah. They're all about ecology.
There are literally places where it would be a loss of labor, and it would be a waste of resources. Don't literally.
Don't knock
There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing about one of the planets about
It totally makes sense that in this galaxy, in this culture, a lot of the species are very different, and it makes sense that culturally that's extremely donating your body to science. What if people from Olaxis are that's gross, and we're over here all taking over a body? That's no, that's cool.
Yeah, and
they
people don't exactly have many arms to deal with, so sometimes you just need Sounds like you need
I
dexterous
forgot
stuff.
about that. Oh my god.
They are slugs.
No arms. They just have like their little eye stalks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Which
Thelma.
she emotes with.
Right.
So
Oh my God,
anyway,
Thelma needs to
so
be
we
a
do
real
have a
crew member.
Z-boy, and yeah, you haven't had to deal with a Z-boy yet, really here. So that's fun. So yeah, so how are you just keeping the scientist secret? Not from the crew, but from Narmaz, who
Yeah.
spends most of his time
Narmaz.
in the lounge, you know, hanging out.
Hear me out. What do y'all think? Have we just invented a code word, and then whenever someone says the code word, right, someone distracts Narmaz so that Felma can move about the ship?
So, hear me out.
Oh, maybe we're using the light.
Well,
I'm
using
reading your
the
mind,
mind
right?
reading thing. Warning light.
Science in progress.
Warning, mind reading occurring right now. Sorry, watch your brains. Keep your brains closed.
I like that.
Brain closed.
Zevzo would definitely have been trying to. I mean, like Zevzo understands what happens to happen to Narmaz, and like they're still trying to resolve their inner conflict of like, my idol's a piece of poop. This isn't great, but they understand that the problem at hand means that like Narmaz might need to be distracted. So Zevzo's gonna ask Narmaz if he has like a training regime that is appropriate for Rornians, and like to walk them through like how as Rornian can we do like squats. And I'm also in the body of a wallaby. What happens there?
Yeah, I feel like you would already get a pretty good leg workout being a wallaby.
I got these little arms.
But I mean, I love that. I love that idea of like, all right, we hit the light, one of us distracts him, and we get to do Falma stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna push on the logistics of this. I'm just gonna say it will happen.
I
Like,
do not interact with him because that would be suspicious if I did. So
You just excuse yourself every time.
yeah.
Gotta stay true.
Just like, all right. Okay, yeah. So you do take up quite a bit of time just like having to do this every once in a while because taking care of another person on the ship. So it's a whole thing done to itself.
Has he told us where specifically we're going?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
he will once you have all agreed to his business proposal. And I say agreed to in quotation marks.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, he points out a specific asteroid. One that the asteroid belt here is. I know when most people think like asteroid belt, like they're thinking fairly large rocks, but we're like in space. We're normally looking at sizable, more than a house sized rocks, and usually like they're usually pretty damn big when they're in the asteroid belt. They're into at least a few stories, big.
So, is it like that scene in Star Wars where Han Solo is navigating through the asteroid belt and then there's a worm?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're big. It's
Yeah.
not. There are smaller rocks, which does make navigation harder, but the majority of these are like big, sizable chunks, and certainly big enough for ships to hide behind, which is exactly what the Port Pirate Collective is doing here in this area, is hiding behind this specific asteroid to make contact. So he's pointing out it's pretty close to the edge. Again, assuming that they were going to do an exchange or a handoff at some point.
On the way, can Walala and I discuss the map and where we want to check out once we dump Narmaz on an asteroid?
I literally was gonna ask that too. I was gonna say if it's possible, I would like to do some analyzing because I'm looking to see perhaps where either the core of this was, where the planet might have been centered. I'm looking maybe for like, especially since we have so many things pointing at the the ultimate creatures, the iridescence, the what
Omniscience?
the
Omniscience.
omniscience, the iridescence.
I
So
mean,
close, so far away.
You know what? Maybe some of them are iridescent. Okay.
some of them are.
Yeah. So, yeah, especially because we there's so much omniscient stuff pointing here. I'm looking maybe for signs of that. Like those are the things I'm like looking for. Definitely working alongside Vala if that's possible.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay. What I'll do then is I'll let you both do a roll because you do come from two different knowledge backgrounds, but with the same idea. I'll let you both do rolls.
Knowledge.
And I'll be able to give you some stuff. This is probably a difficulty 3 because this is omniscient stuff. This is the asteroid belt, which you know of, but you've never been to before. Stuff like that. So
Cool.
I will. That's what I've set it at. So feel free to tell me what you're going to roll.
Fail.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Should I roll something different?
It's up to you. I'm just saying that you would have a different understanding of.
Yeah, because since we're doing
Yeah.
different stuff, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean it's up to
Um,
you. You could do that.
But knowledge is also so general. It's so
Knowledge is
it's
also
so
vague.
all-encompassing. Like general knowledge. I'm gonna roll with knowledge if that's
yeah,
cool.
go ahead.
Because I think it's pretty. What the? God damn it. Okay, hang on. Roll.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so, Vala, I mean, you're a pilot, you know the general, like, I'm
Right.
sure I could probably navigate here. It's just, I think you are probably pretty, preoccupied with the idea that, it's going to be a tough piloting experience to get through here.
Yeah.
So you're probably like, how do I get here? Well, Lala, you do remember that when you were looking at the map, there were two things that kind of stuck out to you. One, this planet used to exist here, kind of in where the asteroid belt is now. But you also remember that Marthong in the map used to be in a different position than it currently is now, and it used to be closer to where the Cababel asteroid belt currently is, and therefore also closer to this planet that doesn't seem to exist anymore. And you're starting to kind of think like, okay, then maybe something happened here that might have destroyed that planet, and that same force might have pushed Marthong off to the side. And probably closer to the star that it's currently at.
Sorry, so it pushed Marthong
Closer to the center, basically.
closer to the center.
Yeah. And therefore closer to its star. Which for you is a pretty fascinating thing to also think about, because that would have had so much impact to
Yeah.
the life that could have existed on here. Because the asteroid belt is pretty far away from any specific star.
And also we talked about and acknowledged that like this is way earlier
Yes.
than any record of any civilization has record of.
Yes.
It would have to have been like
It would have to have been during the time of the omniscience.
okay.
So you're, with that idea in mind that maybe something exploded here, some explosive force happened, you're pretty sure that you could pinpoint at least the general area down.
Yes.
At least within like a half a day's exploration,
Cool.
general idea. But you think you have a pretty good idea where it could have been if all of that is in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vala.
Yes, sorry, I was distracted by rocks. Yes?
Vala. Do you think we could go to like the center? Do you think there might still be something at the origin? At the source? We just pinpoint. I mean it's generally around here, and like I point on the map.
I mean, I think we certainly could. I wonder if all this has, like, all the different groups who are amassing here know what we know, or if they are being attracted by something else. That's what I can't figure out.
I mean, it is very, like, mineral rich in general, so there's a lot of good stuff here, and it's kind of up for grabs, and that usually makes people want stuff, in my experience. There's stuff, and they want this stuff, and no one in particular owns this stuff.
I think it's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be the plan once we deal with the non-profit organization who call themselves pirates.
They're still pirates.
No, they're not. You can't.
Grant!
I have played pirates.
Grant-approved pirates.
I have played pirates, and I tell you, these are no such things.
They just have money.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not very pirate-like.
Once you're a pirate with money, you're just an anarcho-capitalist.
Wee zoom. I'm
Have you
flying.
ever had to apply for a grant?
It
You have to
is-
write like
Suckers are the
essays
worst.
and stuff. They have to be pretty boring pirates to write grant essays. Like,
God, and like, and upload pictures and supporting documentation and
Yeah.
grant writing is a whole like
Yeah.
career.
oh my god, seriously, like
Yeah.
there's like entire. Oh my god, they went to university to apply to the university for grants to be pirates. Oh my god,
So much administration work.
Ugh, they're bureaucratic pirates, and I hate them.
They do seem like the worst.
This is so funny.
Right, so what is the plan in regards to the orb that he wants to give to the
Y'all
pirates?
didn't really decide.
Listen.
You were like, let's go along for the ride, and then threw out the idea
At
that
some
you
point.
might eat this artifact
And
into the...
he wants the key to this supposed treasure?
He wants the key to a vault,
The vault.
within the asteroid belt, which leads to Omniscient Era treasure.
I mean, if anybody's gonna have this orb, maybe it's the
Maybe it's the pirates.
Maybe it's the pirates. I
Like from one evil hand to another evil hand.
I mean, it's like from one, you know,
like super evil hand.
to like, yeah, maybe they roughed up some overguild folk. Like, what did they do? Nothing.
Well, like I've said, they've pillaged villages and planets. They've kidnapped scientists to
Right.
force them to work on their. Let's see if we can jump to another alternate universe.
I would
plan.
argue they're more evil because they're like administrative, bureaucratic evil. Like they're working within the system.
yeah, but
No.
You're not trying to overthrow the
he's
system.
an arms
Gross.
dealer. He's also gross.
Yeah. Narmaz is an arms dealer who works with the biggest overguild, whose whole thing is about
Thanks.
providing private security and policing services to people.
Let's just overthrow capitalism. You guys.
Seriously,
That's
Wow,
what
I can't
Kienna's trying to
imagine
get
why
us
I
to
have done
do.
the system and why everyone who sucks is extra capitalist.
weird.
Who knows?
Who
Who knows? It's a mystery. Yeet them all into the burn.
Please and thank you.
So yeah, you never really decided. You were just like, we'll figure it out. We're just gonna go along with Narmaz for now.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Love it. I love that.
Well, Narmaz and I are working out.
It's,
Does Narmaz
it's
let
a
anything
great
slip?
sight that's happening and just in the middle of this like
Oh, it's in the our living room too, where all the chairs are.
Yeah.
We don't have like a workout room, or do we? I don't know.
No, I don't think you do.
Next upgrade. Next time we make
Yeah.
any money. Argent.
Please, we need Argent.
Lisa.
So are you just gonna keep going with that?
I guess so.
I mean, okay.
I mean, well, Lala is still studying the thing
Correct.
as we go.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I'm mostly going to hang out with them and do that. Because I really want to touch it, but he's had it for over a week, so I don't know how interesting touching it would be.
The corrupted thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
that y'all wouldn't let me touch, and
Yeah.
you're
The thing
gonna
that
touch.
the
Hi,
thing that
Jess. So,
the thing that made you feel like you were compelled to look
No.
at
yes.
it.
Jess.
Deeply
else?
hypnotic energy.
Jess. So there's this thing where I like to do that.
I get that because I tried to do it
I know.
already, and I'm like,
But Vala is so responsible all the time, right? Is this convincing? Is this convincing at all?
No.
No, we definitely
well, Lala
shouldn't
is like
touch it.
smacking your hands away. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
This is-
sorry.
We are now in study mode. We have learned, we don't know exactly what it does. We know it's not good. So none of that.
But
None
this-
of no.
Is touching not part of the scientific method?
Touching is absolutely part of the scientific method.
Oh.
However, at this point in time, we have deferred it to the very final stage last. Absolute only if necessary.
Okay.
I mean, look at this. And I bring out Ava. Eva, sorry. I'm like, look how cute. Don't you want to touch?
No.
Don't touch. She's poisonous.
I've
Yeah,
never
Eva-
wanted
Eva
to
just-
touch Eva.
What?
Eva
She's so
just,
cute.
Eva just blinks and just shrugs, which is just like really because she's like a snake slug cat situation. It's just like the wings just lifting up and down, and it's just like a somewhat shrugging motion.
Well, Lala is horrified that Vala doesn't want to pet Eva. She's the most beautiful creature on this ship. Look at her. She's majestic
I-
and magical.
I agree to disagree.
Mm.
No offense, Eva. I
Yeah,
shouldn't want to pet you though. Aren't you toxic so that people won't pet you? Isn't that how evolution works?
Yes.
Okay, but here you are trying to touch this thing.
I'm not. I suggested that maybe if someone had to touch it, it should be me.
Well, Lala takes out a noteboard and like makes a little note. I don't disagree with this. I am putting it down.
Okay.
Okay. So science is happening.
Yes.
Workouts are happening. Taking care of your runaway scientist is also happening. While all of this is happening, I think it's probably Vandal. Vandal, you hear very faintly, but you have very sharp ears,
And
and
very big.
they're very big. But you hear a little.
Like on the outside of the ship?
Like on the outside of the ship, you
No,
think.
no.
Do we have sensors? I want to check the heck out of those.
I don't know if you have sensors.
We have so many sensors. It's ridiculous that you think
Pilot says we have
that
sensors.
we don't have sensors. Of course we
Right.
have sensors. Everybody has sensors, right?
Opening up the character sheet for the Wicked Wild.
Yeah, I've got it too. It doesn't say anything about sensors, but they must have.
I don't think sensor array is one of the things we could buy for it.
So then we definitely have sensors. Let me look in the ship modules.
No, I don't see. I see a spy scanner, but not a sensor array.
Weird. So that means we have
There is.
by
Okay.
default.
So I will say they're basic sensors. So, okay. So yeah, you can go check on your sensors.
Because there's a super scanner?
Yes.
Yes.
There's also an Eldritchin.
Yes, the Eldritchin, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Classic ship thing. I love the Eldritchin. I love the
Best thing
Eldritchin. It's a
ever.
magical kitchen.
It's a magical kitchen.
It's awesome.
Oh.
It's awesome. We might have to save up for that in
Yeah, put that on the
season
list.
6. I think we could afford that.
Oh my word.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear this little outside, and you go off to check on the sensors, which probably you have to go to the MI stations to go do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you head over there, and as you look at the generic sci-fi data array, as one does, you see that so normally with like these sensors, you're normally looking at, you're passing by close ships, or you're passing by anything that could accidentally hit the ship. Any of that type of stuff. When like you have those like sensors for like backing up your car or whatever, and they beep at you if you're too close. That's kind of like what they do, except they don't beep at you. It's like, hello, you've got a thing. And yeah, there is a small thing, relatively small to the ship thing, which is by the my brain is having to do directions, the port side of the ship. My brain was like,
Is that the left? Port left. 4 and 4? Left.
That's how I always do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're looking,
Forward.
Because it's
Forward.
if you're leaving England and going south, it's on the coast side of
yeah,
the ship.
it's very much like a hello. You need to it's like stage direction.
Kienna, bring us to the ship map so we can see.
Yes, I will do that in a hot second because I
4.
have things I'm hiding right
It's
now.
4 aft, port starboard. Yeah, nice. Thank you.
All right.
Haha, we were right.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so on the port side, so like there's a little blip.
I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything.
No.
Yeah, so there's a little like blippy there. And again, relatively small for what you normally get on the sensors when you're in space. Again, because you're mostly looking at, am I actually going to run to this other ship? Or am I actually going to run into a, an asteroid? Or something like that. This is much more your size.
Like me vandal sized?
Like you Vandal size.
I, Sam, have so many new fears. I think I would call for Vala and then also
Yes.
take a better look at the data, because I'm technically an engineer, actually.
You are actually technically an engineer.
I
Let's
will
give it.
I will join Vandal.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I give it an engineering roll?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Let me figure out what this is.
I
What's
feel like
the
this is
complexity?
the first time you've rolled that.
Yeah, that's what I roll for my piloting.
Yeah, that's what you roll
There's
for
no
piloting.
pilot skill.
Weird.
What difficulty is this? This is probably a probably difficulty 3.
Okay. Let's do it to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the sensor data, and it does look kind of weird to you, not just because of its size, but also its relative closeness to the ship. Because you're like, again, normally the sensors are like, hey, you're getting close to the thing. Maybe don't bump into it. Whatever this is, it is on the ship.
That's not okay. I think I'll explain this to Vala as she walks up.
Okay. Vala was like whistling, thinking about not touching like the corrupted orb or whatever. Jess just like turns to camera. Yeah, so Vala's whistling and walks up and sees this. That's bad.
You see another blip show up.
No. Well, we have, I mean, shields are up at all times, but... Is there some sort of pulse that we could send out to, I don't know, you know, like
I don't think you have anything for that.
Listen,
Right.
This is science fantasy, Kienna?
I don't
Hem.
And the ships are specifically designed to be put in these modules into your ship.
Well, but if there is, I'll just, that's fine. Good.
Cool. Tight.
Cool. I love finding out new things all the time. It's good. The world expands. So whatever it is probably stuck, and I don't know that.
Look, Vala, I'm gonna get on the gun to see if I could see better what's
Sure.
going on.
I'm going to use my comm badge, and also, because we did give one to Max. Max, we need to go to yellow alert. I know we were still discussing which colors mean what, but let's go with yellow for now.
Zevzo would get on the comms. Can we be reminded, what does yellow
Yes.
mean again?
Yes, yellow is, you know, don't panic, but something's going on.
Oh, brilliant. Right, this is why we didn't think yellow was... It was a little too intense, but... should we be on the bridge? We were just doing push-ups.
What? Hang on.
Yes?
What does 100,000 bucks doing push-ups look like?
It looks like a wallaby. Using the little wallaby arms to do push-ups.
It looks like a wallaby doing push-ups.
Pushing across the
Question.
floor and
Yeah.
then reforming.
Yeah. Honestly, there's no real strength gain in this. It's more of just like the wave of like the bugs going like, okay, now we're down. And then we reform and like, now we're up. It's cool to look at, but you have to wonder about the effectiveness of it.
Because only like a very small portion of the bugs are moving and doing it.
Most of us are
Like
just
the ones
hanging
that
out
are like
inside.
supposed to be like hands and feet are just staying there.
Yeah.
They don't
Just
have to
like-
move.
10% of your bugs are super buff. Like,
Fly
I'm
up and
sorry.
down. Up and down. Up and down.
It is a quality workout.
Okay, so you're doing push-ups. Yeah, you're Randall, you're getting onto the guns to go see what's up.
Get it?
So you hop into the turret. And you do hop into the turret that does have the pivot function because the other turret is
Yes.
fixed.
I want the pivot turret.
Yes. I was like, I have to go double check which one's the which. Yes, you're on the rotating turret, and so you're scanning back and forth, and it can rotate, but it can't, obviously go all the way.
Yeah, I imagine, like, Vandal's also... Like, when you're driving a car normally, right? I think Vandal's doing the thing, like the soccer mom stance of like being like really on top of this to try to like,
Look back and forth.
yeah.
As you do, you look back and forth. Let's make a perception check here.
Yeah, I love to make checks.
Love to make.
What's the complexity of the check?
This is gonna be a. I think this is a 2. It's not super hard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost can't spot anything. It's just the black and the black that's backlit by the orange of the burn that is usually here in the Alexis, and especially so here in the near the heart worlds, where you're the farthest away from the burn, where it's no longer such a prominent light source, and it's more kind of just this sickly orange afterglow. But you see a flicker of movement as this again humanoid shaped thing seems to scurry from one part of the ship to the other. It's almost flat, like as if something had flattened it, and seems to cling to this, to the hull of the ship. And just as you watch as that one kind of passes and goes towards the brain, is to the aft, to the back of the ship, you watch as another one flips, appears and lands onto the ship. And Vala, you see another blip pop up onto the sensors.
Hey, Vala.
Uh-huh.
We have person-sized creatures on our hull.
Oh. Let's see how good they can stick on. I'm pressing calm badge. Everyone secure yourself. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Barrel roll.
And I think this is actually probably a good time to hop into ship combat.
Yeah.
Y'all are getting swarmed by
No, I don't want it.
y'all are getting swarmed by plasma vampires.
No, the plasma vampires.
It's the plasma vampires. Let me find my music for the plasma
The
vampires.
plasma vampires. We did
where-
this. We did this.
We did
We
this!
did
This
this.
is a dream come true.
Is this the right one?
I
Hey,
don't know.
I'm still waiting for our plasma werewolves because we've discussed this, that if we have proven the truth of plasma vampires,
Then
there has to be plasma werewolves.
Yeah, you know.
That's how logic works. We know.
It's
We're aware.
science.
It is.
Yep. So let
We
me
have
just
to
put
touch
all
them
of
now.
let me put all my plasma vampires onto the screen proper now,
I'm so excited.
because we've got some fun friends here.
I don't like them. Get off my
Ah.
ship. I mean, our ship.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I've done it every single time.
every single time. Yeah.
Pilots.
So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of friends here.
Oh, get this fucker
These
off
are
my
not friends. They
ship.
think we're food.
Yeah.
They think our energy source is food, probably. I mean, we don't know this.
That's true. We might not be food to them. We'll just be stranded.
Do we know about plasma vampires?
That will come into handy once we get into combat actual,
Yeah,
because
let's do
that's a whole thing you can do. All right. So, as combat goes, again, we do it in 3 phases and cycle through them. Phase 1, I get to declare what the NPCs intend to do. Phase 2, y'all get to decide what you're doing, and we do kind of popcorn initiative, and you go as far as you can until you fail a roll, or until you decide that your turn's ended. And then phase 3, we resolve out everything, so whatever the NPCs can do, they will end up doing. Basically, we've got 3 of them that are heading towards the front of the ship, towards the windshield of the ship to try to break in there, and 3 of them are heading towards the back where they're trying to get into the airlocks. It's great and fine, and totally great. Yeah, Slobs is a plasma werewolf.
There we go. We found it. We found the plasma
We
werewolf.
found the plasma werewolf.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to shadow a plasma werewolf at some point. This is fine. Okay, yeah, so, again, phase 2, I encourage y'all to work with each other, figure out who is gonna go when, what actions might build upon each other, and again, your turn runs until you decide it's over or until you fail a roll. And each roll will increase in difficulty each time, and in a set order, so 2, 3, 4, etc. Yeah. So, what would you like to do, considering there are now plasma vampires trying to get in, and they are, in pretty inconvenient spots right now.
I mean, protecting the ship is Zevzo's absolute goal. So if there is notice that they're going to be trying to break into the ship, they are going to kind of want to guard the doors, guard the cracks. I don't know. Plasma vampires are kind of new and kind of wild. Because we've already got 1 person on the guns, we've got 1 more gun, and then we've got our pilot. So how... Communication talk. How may we make this a successful plan and ensure everybody's safety?
So do we know much about them? That was gonna be my question too. Is like, do we know?
So basically, someone would have to make a roll to do that on their turn.
Okay.
For me to beat, other than to say that they're clearly creatures that are out here in space that are attacking you. So whoever wants to use that as part of their turn, they
Do you
can
want
do
me
that.
to?
Maybe that's
do that
yeah.
and
Maybe
try and
that's the
communicate?
first move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It
So
makes
it's
sense.
first roll, so it's difficulty 2.
Okay.
Whatever you decide you want to do.
I'm going to use my big brain in my tiny head. It's
Your
all brain,
all-brain
in here.
head.
It's like all brain. That's all. This whole football thing, that's all brain. Like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Plasma vampires. Fun
Yes.
creatures to run into in space. So plasma vampires are basically humanoid-sized creatures. They're able to breathe in space. Like they don't need to breathe. They can survive out in open space, no problem. What they do is that they attack and drain plasma from places. So they can be found around plasma wells, but they can also be found attacking ships to try and take their plasma or other energy sources away. They are, as was described, they are very flat almost, and they have like these very large claws that they can use to hook into spaces and crevices. It does mean that they don't need a lot of space to move into places. They just need enough of an opening for them to get in. They do work in swarms. They are fairly weak individually, but because they do function on a swarm basis, that's often how they overwhelm ships who are not prepared for them.
Are they sentient?
In like the animal kind of sense of sentience.
Okay.
They're not sapient creatures. They obviously have logic and reasoning, but they're not,
Driven by a hunger for plasma.
Yeah.
We're not gonna befriend one.
Nah.
Just like get it
No.
plasma juice boxes.
We need to get. Hey, now that you brought that up, though.
I think that's a different game of Burn Bryte, honestly.
Sorry. Do they have to get inside? Can they do this from the outside, or do they have to get inside?
They have to get inside. Like they have to
Okay.
directly interact with the plasma. They can't just osmosis it through several walls of steel.
Yeah. I wasn't sure of like. Yeah. Okay. Attention, everyone on the Wicked Wallaby. We have some, I believe, as Captain would say, visitors. Wait, no. That seems like something Vala would say. Vala would say something really cool. Anyways, they're trying to get our plasma, which means they're going to be trying to enter the ship. We would like them to not enter the ship. So if you have any way to stop them, if you see any openings or anyone trying to squirm inside, please stop them.
Yeah. So you know that they're likely what's happened is that they've also like clawed into the ship so that they can get, clamber. So you know that.
Are they sticky?
I won't say that they're sticky,
Okay.
but they are probably punctured like the most outer hull
Oh, we got scratches.
to hook in. Or at least dented in.
Yeah.
Because there is a shield up, so like it
Mhm.
probably hadn't punctured all the way through, but they are. Well, you can usually tell when a plasma vampire has attacked because of those pretty telltale claw marks. Also, that does give an advantage to all of y'all because you now have information on what these things are. So we'll just
Thank you.
We'll
On the
just put that in
comms,
there.
Zevza will ask Quilella, are we aware of any weaknesses that they might possess? Like shining
they-
their headlights?
I think they are very squishy, but there's a lot of them. So, not sure.
Explosions is what we are understanding that you're saying. Some good AoE damage. All right.
Cool.
Did you want to do anything else, Quilella?
Yeah, is there anything else I would... Could I, doing a different kind of scan type thing, do like a bit of a scan for weaknesses to direct people, since I'm kind of doing the information side of stuff.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So can I, instead of my normal knowledge, which is all I ever roll, to do like an engineering, because I'm looking more for the physical
Yeah, absolutely. That
scan of the
totally makes
ship.
a lot of sense to me. So this is difficulty 3 because we're scaling
Yep.
up normally.
Okay, not as good at this. A pile!
Nice. Okay. You know the airlock's a big one, because that is meant to be a go in and out area. So if they can get past the airlocks, they're gonna squeeze in. You do. You also know that probably. I'm trying to think of like anywhere where there'd be joints. So like anywhere like where the wings kind of meet the rest of the ship would probably be a weak point. And again, as you can assume, based off of the direction they're going, I'm just going to keep calling it a windshield until I figure out a better way to describe it. Where glass meets metal, right? Basically, any seams that this ship would have. That's kind of where they're going for. I will point out that, as you can tell on the ship map, there are sectors, and you can close off sectors. That is a built-in function of the ship. So you can say, I'm going to close off sector, sector 4, and those, in kind of glowy walls, they basically just become walls, and you can close them off.
We also have the goop.
You also do have the whole goop, which is a thing that you added, and it's which
It's
will
specifically for like covering holes, so it would be good for
Yes.
that, wouldn't it?
I don't think we
Ooh.
can
Okay.
move it though.
whole gunk.
It goes to anywhere you have a hole in the.
In the event there's a hull breach in the sector where this module is equipped.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's only in that sector. That's butts.
We're
That
gonna
would've been
have
so
to get
cool.
more hull gunk.
That's
Add it to the
next on the
grocery
list.
that's next on the list, whole gunk.
Look good
Yeah.
for every sector. Jeez, what are we made of argent over here?
So yeah, so that's
Okay.
what's going on here. So you know that. So
Okay.
that's probably why they're moving the way they're moving, is going to the weak spots on the ship.
Captain, upon further analysis, they seem likely to want to squeeze into any place where there is already a hole or crevice or crease or seam. Therefore, the airlock is an area of opportunity, as is also the windows in the front, the viewing area, anything like that. And also, they're going to try and probably get towards the engine since they want plasma.
We are content with the explanation that they might be in the airlock. We could definitely... breach bombs might be a little too strong. Conflagration grenade? We understand the amount of time it takes for that to erupt. What other explosions do we have? Everything else is shooty shoots. Okay, yes, we believe that leaving some grenades in the airlock might be a wonderful idea.
I have a couple concerns.
Captain, if their motivation is access to the ship, and not all are swept up in the initial explosion, that just might give them better access to ship.
Oh. We will reconsider.
I think I want to try shaking them off. I want to pick up speed. I know where we are. I want to floor it. I want to whirl. I want to barrel roll. I want to shake them off like they're bugs. I mean vampires.
Thank you.
They're plasma vampires. They're bugs. Jeez.
Yeah, okay. So that will be pretty much active defense here. So
Okay, so...
same what I normally do.
Yeah, so this is like avoiding an incoming attack, basically.
Yep, basically.
Okay. I have lots of piloting things.
Yes. I will say you're probably not gonna get every one of them in like one roll.
Yeah.
But you may shake off.
Yeah, so piloting.
Start with 2.
Pass.
Yeah, pass. Okay. Which one you want to get rid of?
The one closest to me.
Okay. So yeah, I think you can see it in the corner of your vision, Vala, from where you're in the piloting seat because of the arc of the windows. And you can just see this like, how would I describe its face? Amorphous face? Like, there's almost no features to it, except maybe a giant mouth with many spiraling teeth in it. Do you know lamprey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The lamprey face.
Perfect.
Well, it's going bye-bye now.
Yeah, so you watch as you twist you take control of the ship and you twist the trajectory,
No,
and
thank
you watch it just goes mew.
Awesome. I'm gonna do it again, and when you make a skill roll in the cockpit of a ship to avoid an incoming attack against the ship, you reduce the complexity of that action by 1 to a minimum of 2. So I'm gonna do it again, and it's still just a 2.
Okay. See that go?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
The
Which one you
other
gonna
way. Let's get. Can Vandal shoot the ones that are near her? Near them, because
It will be difficult
okay.
because of the angle.
Yeah, the angle is.
It probably could get the one that's closest. The other 2 will be a little harder.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the one back here then.
Okay. So you watch it, another one goes mew.
And I'm gonna do it again!
Alright.
She's, Vala, she's laughing. She's laughing wildly as she does this. So instead of a 4, it's just gonna be a 3.
Okay.
Let's try it. Okay, I am going to, use an advantage. I'm gonna use that advantage to reroll.
Okay.
1. Nope.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll on the failure prompts. Again,
Sure.
you can always veto and say re-roll that,
Yeah.
please. And how you crash into
Is
each
it
other.
Narmaz?
If you consider him an ally, sure.
Sure, let's do that. I would love to crash into Narmaz
think
right now.
Yeah, okay. So I imagine that the momentum of you trying to shake them off has just kind of become, a little out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sends you flying into Narmaz. So I think you're probably both like here.
Okay, gotcha.
So you're kicked out of the cockpit for at least a moment. Okay, awesome. So that brings down the advantage again. Okay, who wants to go next?
How many lampreys died? Or how many vampires died?
Two of them got yeeted into space.
Nice. Good barrel rolls.
Yeah.
There is a reason we call you an ace pilot. I mean, we understand that you requested that, but there is also a reason. Gosh. Alternatives. Well, Vandal, are you still on the guns? I think you're muted.
I am. I'm still on that gun, so I guess I could try to shoot the one I can shoot
Yeah.
without shooting the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's ranged.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, I can shoot gun.
Yeah, pew pew. I think that's the turret does 1 damage. So you definitely watch as this it rips a hole into the flat body of this vampire. It's still clinging on. It's looking really bad though.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try it again.
Nice.
Okay, let's see that roll.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, all right. So that
Yeah.
was 1, 2, and this is 3, 4, 6. That's very funny to me.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, you rip another hole into this vampire, and it basically has nothing connecting the top half to its bottom half, and it just goes into space.
Awesome. I have done a 1.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What else can I do here?
There are also plenty of things to futz around with on the ship.
On the ship. I want to do some ship futzing. I think. Just like. I don't know.
Are you looking to try and create an advantage?
Yeah.
You could tinker with the engines to try to improve, speed or stuff. You could try and see if you can make any makeshift ways to fortify the holes and the weak spots that were called out.
Yeah, let's. I guess Vala's going. Vandal. Alright, now I have done it. Is going to. Flop over somewhere to access these things for a hot second.
Yeah, totally. So what exactly are you trying to intend to do here?
I want to see if I can come up with something that will help prevent ingress at our joints.
Okay. Yeah, totally. Okay. So yeah, you can just kind of wherever you are, you can make me a roll to see if you can figure out what that is.
Cool. I think this is engineering, and this is a 4 now.
Yep.
So let's give it a...
Hey!
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so I think at this point, you're like, all right, like, you're thinking about the way that the ship is set up, and you're thinking about, all those vulnerable areas that were spoken about. I don't know. What do you think would be like the and you can be as techno-babbly as you want to be. Say, to fortify either the airlocks or like the exteriors or whatever else.
I'm going to say techno-babbly that there is a way to pump some of our unused, like, carbon dioxide or whatever in between, like, the outer layer and inner layer of the ship.
Okay.
And it's generally used to, like, insulate against, like, really weird temperature fluctuations.
Yeah.
But here it's going to get very, very cold.
Nice.
And hopefully if they'll just, I mean, they're in the coldness of space, but
freeze
the
little
turret.
bits of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Awesome.
Oof.
So
And then I'm going to stop.
and then I'm going to stop. Gotta stop when you're ahead sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know what I could do a complexity 5 on.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
All right, that's putting it. I'll say that's given advantage. That does help with everything going on. Okay. That just leaves the captain. What does the captain want to do?
All right. I have a move in which I can divide myself in half. It can last for up to 10 minutes. I gotta make sure I'm not split apart for too long, or one half will just die.
Oh. Okay.
It's kind of intense. We're really meant to be together. We're kind of like this hive mind, and we really rely on each other to function. However, I do have to decide which half gets to carry some of our items, and that's not really specific in this instance, because what our goal is to pilot the 2 turrets.
Oh my god.
I can't like double my stuff. Can I Control C, Control V my icon? No, I can't.
I will do that.
2 Zevzos, yes.
Step down a half.
Perfect. Make sure. Yeah, we just die from stress. It's so sad. Okay, I do have half the health, but we share a mental connection. We can see through each other's eyes. And I'm trying to figure out what can I even attack from these angles. Will this turret rotate to attack those that are on the side of the ship?
It will be difficult. And you will likely damage the hull of the ship. But you could do it. Vandal picked off the only one that
Sorry.
you would be able to do that without harming the ship.
Do we have any, I know this isn't ethical, but like, I'm sure we sometimes just throw stuff into space.
I'm sure you do, yes.
So do we have like a chute or like just like a hole that we like have to like open like 5 different doors to get to, but then we can throw like the object out and like press
I
the button
imagine
and it
there's some form of
opens?
garbage chute to function that does make sense to me on a ship.
Okay. Zevzo 2? I don't know. Where do we think the garbage chute is? Because they're gonna just throw grenades out the garbage
Oh my
chute.
god.
I really want to do this!
I see
Important.
you. I'm supporting you. Maybe it's back here, like over
Close
there.
to the engine room?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You could just get rid of all
Yeah,
your
so
waste.
probably right here, yeah.
Like you should
I feel like
jack
it's
into
back
something
there.
in a port.
I feel like it also you would want it naturally to be close to the secret cargo area so that you
Yeah.
could very quickly
Yeah.
eject anything that you were like.
Ooh, we're about to get caught with something. Well, goodbye. This.
Yeah.
So you're making this into an improvised grenade launcher, is what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
Oh,
Yeah.
So good.
Cognizant that if it goes wrong, those are our thrusters and or
Yeah,
boosters
those-
that are right there.
You do have the goop nearby though. The goop is in that section, I feel like.
I think
Yeah,
so.
the
It's in
group
the back
is
somewhere.
in that sector.
You have emergency backup glue. Hot glue. Hot
we
glue.
have
for
the-
days.
One, you
time
have one
until it-
glue.
And we have the fire suppressor.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the
we've
fire
been
suppressor.
prepared for
There's a
this.
reason why they were put in that sector.
All right, so I'll do this one first, and then the
Okay.
second, since the turret will be harder.
Yes.
I put Zenzo.
Oh my god, I can't. Fucking muted out of this garbage
Okay,
chute.
so like, what would be like? I need like a creative, like a.
Yeah, this is this. I'm not even sure what type of role this is.
Power? Is it such a power move?
It's a power. I mean, it sure is a power move. Just be like, fuck you, I'm gonna throw a grenade at you in space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a physical one too.
Yeah, power move is great feats of raw strength, endurance, all of that. Yeah,
It's a feat. It is not of strength or endurance, but it is a feat.
it is.
All right.
Yay!
We're off to a good start.
How much damage do your grenades do again?
I will put it in chat. How do I do that? I can't. Burst 2, consumable range 10. So I think
Okay,
2.
yeah, okay, so what does it look like if you throw a fucking grenade out of the garbage chute and it hits this vampire on your thrusters and somehow doesn't damage your thrusters but yeets the vampire away?
I think what happens, and like there's a certain amount of precision that is involved with this maneuver. Never done before because only people with little brain cells would actually perform this maneuver. However, you know, Zevzo like pulls out the grenade, presses the button that gives you like 5 seconds before it detonates. And they just like gently tumble it down the garbage chute and it rolls out and it goes off before it actually hits the vampire. So it's the radius damage that really, really hurts the vampire. And that's kind of why our thrusters are unhurt and unharmed, because it was only like the radius of the explosion that really inflicted all of that damage.
Vala, the ship yells at you that there was an explosion that just happened.
Oh yeah. Them sensors are not happy.
The sensors are like, excuse me, the fuck?
Is there a breach? If there's not the breach, okay. We're good.
Yeah, there's just surprise explosion that just happened.
Okay.
But yeah, that gets rid of that vampire there. Goodbye. See ya.
Perfect. All right, and then I'm gonna try the really difficult ranged move of trying to hit this homie on top of our heckin' ship. So sorry to the hull if you get damaged. I know you're very important. Oh no!
We have an advantage. If you
do
would
we have an
like to
advantage?
reroll,
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
geez.
one advantage.
do it.
Thanks, Vandal, for making this advantage.
See, I just roll a d6.
No, you just have to
No.
roll a d6.
But that was
just a
gonna fail
D6.
too because
Yeah.
that first one was a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll on the fail table and see what happens. Your
No.
defense's job.
No.
Yeah, well, you've got a hole in your
I
in your
have a
hole
question.
there. Yes.
Can I only use Nova abilities on my turn?
Yes.
That's silly.
It's an ultimate ability that's activated by you.
That's silly.
I mean, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Fine. It's fine.
Yep, okay. So, you watch as this vampire just, like, much faster than you expect it to, like, scurries, away, as we get into phase 3 and I resolve out the actions. Yeah, so they scurry off, so these ones are gonna head towards the back again,
Heck.
because they don't want to be by that, turret. No, thank you.
No, but move towards the explosion. That was a good idea.
Well,
I'm judging them.
the explosion is no longer happening, so. Alright, so that resolved out a whole round. Took us a while. Okay, so... Well, declaring what they're doing, they've noticed the garbage chute now.
Yep.
They're gonna try to up the garbage chute.
That's hellacious.
Super fast.
I love
So
it.
that's their plan, is to head up the garbage chute because they've just seen this as a possible opening. Okay. So, phase 2. What would you like to do?
Hey team, what do we want to do here?
You know,
Help.
which sector, like, where would we close off? Wherever the garbage chute is.
Yes, so basically I would count that as Sector 5, which is this entire engine room, cargo hold area.
Okay.
Which is where one half of Zevzo is.
Right.
But that's essentially what you would probably be doing.
Yeah, that's where they're aiming to get it anyway, so I don't know if closing it off would be helpful. I mean, I just have a plan to do the same thing I did before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was effective last time.
Yes. That's my plan.
Barrel roll.
Barrel roll. Barrel roll.
Arrow.
I get up, out, off of, Normaz.
It's very weird crashing into Normad because he has a bunch of bugs.
I hate it.
Out of the cloud.
Yeah.
And just rush back to the cockpit. And I'm going to do my thing. Yeah. I'm just, you know what? I'm so badass. I'm just
Yeah?
gonna use a Nova Point, dodge all incoming attacks against the ship.
Oh. Okay.
That's how good at piloting I am.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay, so what that will do... So I will say that because of the wording of it, it's not
Yeah.
necessarily going to get them off of
Yeah.
you, but they're not going to be able to attack.
Cool.
So they won't be able to do what they were planning to do, which was
Excellent.
claw through their way up the garbage chute.
Yes.
But they're still on there.
Now I will try to shake them off.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah,
What
that
that
makes
was.
sense.
Yeah.
I just don't want him in my ship.
Yep,
Get out of
that's
here.
totally fair.
Get out of here. Ah,
Oh my god.
cool.
Wow, that's...
Cool. It's just,
What is this?
what is this
Talk over.
farce?
Is Narmaz an ally?
Yes, it's the same
We're crashing
thing.
into him.
It's
Oh,
the
they
same
watch it?
thing.
So you watch as he reforms,
Uh-huh.
and then you shift the ship again, and you watch as he dissipates back into the cloud.
Oh, so sorry. That was a complete accident. I have no idea how it happened. Cool.
Definitely not intentional whatsoever.
Nope, I'm done.
Okay, who's up next?
I was trying to figure out what we're doing.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, gotta find a way to block the garbage chute. Just because the ship can't take any damage doesn't mean we can't not take damage. So, like, I'm pretty content rolling out some more grenades. I got 2 more. And there's 2 of me. I mean, I could do it one at a time, but regardless. Again, so would this count, like, does the ship become immune to my grenades, or is it only attacker's damage?
That's a really... Lauren, could you read me the wording of that again?
Of what?
Your Nova Point ability.
Which one? Oh.
The
Yes,
one that you just used.
I can. Dodge
Thank
all
you.
incoming attacks against the ship. That's why I asked before if I could have used it to avoid the shot.
You know what? Yes, I will say then it does extend to
Yay.
Yeah.
to what damage you can do.
Yay.
I like having you guys be badass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what does it look like, Vala, for this Nova ability too?
I think she's just super wired in. Like, it's like seeing the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And she's making all these like minute adjustments. Like, it's like if one, she's kind of got into the timing and is watching on the scanners, whatever we have, of like how they're moving and getting used to that so that she can move or adjust while they're trying to move.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just want to know what this looks like.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Returning back. So what would you like to do with these vampires trying to get up your garbage chute?
Roll more grenades.
Yep. Okay. Eat them down.
Okay.
Get it again.
And, oops, that's not the thing I want. Reset power. What? No.
Oh no. Okay.
Good thing the ship's not taking any
You
damage.
lose traction.
Do I slip? Like,
That's up to you. What do you do you like this one? And if you do, is that what it looks like?
I think what happens is my 2 selves, like, we started to come together, and we don't often separate. So we were trying to do a simultaneous action of re-merging while one of us like rolls a grenade down the chute. But somewhere our mental wires got crossed and we just dropped the grenade at our feet.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we'll say that it doesn't go off because of your Nova ability, but it is there and just rolling on the floor of the ship.
Our hearts, they're in our throats.
I think the rest of you definitely hear the cling cling of like the bomb hitting the floor of the ship.
Yeah.
Just all of Vandal's ears, which are only the 2, just like, what?
All of Vandal's ears is just the 2. It's a great way of describing it.
Good.
All right. Okay. Who's up next? What's going on? Whew. I'll say that you all know that they're trying to get into the garbage chute, so.
I might have, I would have signaled on the communicators if, Vala hadn't seen it on her sensors.
Vandal, what are you thinking?
I think Vandal is going to dash to the back of the ship through the cloud of Narmaz because it's funnier that way. And I'm not sure. Can I pick up the grenade?
Sure, yeah, you can pick up the grenade.
Do I have to roll to pick
No,
up
you
the
can pick up the
grenade?
grenade.
Okay. Back here. Okay. I want to come up with some sort of trap
Okay.
to stop something from coming in through our garbage chute, but we'll maybe still let a grenade out. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. So you want to set up a trap here.
Yeah, in the chute.
Yes, that will grenade anything that comes up the garbage chute.
Well, that won't let anything up, right?
Yeah,
so
okay.
that we could then throw a grenade into its face, rip our garbage chute. God, I don't like the idea of that. Okay, let's go for it. Let's just do it. Let's just do
Yeah,
it.
that feels like engineering stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pick up the grenade very delicately, and set it off to the side as you
I
create
think
this
it's
trap.
probably in the vest now, so that it doesn't like clatter around and right. We're just living dangerously.
Yeah, living dangerously cool. Love that for us. Yeah. So you put the not live but removed safety grenade into your pocket as one does. Okay. Yeah. So you set up this trap. Great.
Yeah. Just some real MacGyver shit, but with like a grenade-sized tube that goes through the middle.
Yeah.
And then, I think I'm going to take this grenade
Uh-huh.
and put it down the tube.
Okay.
And we've decided that this is in fact a power move.
Just so
That we
This
have.
is
grenades
not
out in
gonna
space.
That we have.
So I can't make an argument that maybe it's skullduggery or something.
I mean, you could.
Then I'm making the argument that it's skullduggery.
Okay.
And let's see what happens.
No.
Okay, well, thankfully your ship is still safe because of that Nova point, but
So grateful.
doesn't feel...
What
Unless you can think of a way to implement, I don't think this is applicable here.
A scar to the ship? Or
I was
like-
thinking a scar to the Eno.
It could be. It's up to you. You want to go ahead with that failure prompt?
Yeah, I think shove it through, but it slows down the speed, right? So it just somehow manages to explode harmlessly out, except anything that has a reaction has equal opposite reaction.
I think what it is mostly the heat.
Yeah.
Like, shrapnel doesn't go everywhere.
No, just
but I
it's
think
been
it's the-
focused through this thing, and I think I'm gonna end up with a cool facial scar now.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I was gonna ask if like, cause you've just been talking about ears, if you're gonna have one of those cool cat ear scars, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
love
that's what I have. That's the thing. That one, that
Okay.
one, that one.
So yeah, so
in Eno culture, like that's the sign of like a tough
It's a
tough
tough-
Eno when you have the ear
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so thankfully the ship is not harmed. The garbage chute is fine. The rest of the ship is fine. Your ear is not so great. I am gonna give you. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give you a condition. This will be a minor condition. Negative because you just got blasted in the face with your grenade. As
this is
one
my own
does.
fault.
What skill do you think this will impact? And for a temporary amount of time.
I think it's gonna impact my perception because I
Cool.
just got a little
Yeah, that's
injury
totally
to
fair.
my outer ear.
So for a while, you are going to have to do this with one more step of any perception roll. It's with one more
Okay.
step up of difficulty, at least until it's resolved.
Yeah.
Great, cool, love that. So we just had another explosion happen, Vala. Miraculously, still no breach.
What can I say? I'm an advanced pilot.
Well, Lala, what would you like to do? You know, there's an explosion that just fucking happened in the garbage chute.
I don't fluffing know what to do here. Cause like they're still all external. No one has gotten inside.
I haven't gotten in yet.
My skill sets
Uh-huh.
are brain, healing. That's mostly it. And then maybe in-person contact. I don't know how to.
I
What are we
mean,
gonna-
again, you can set up advantages in some way.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
do you
of.
have any medicine?
I do, and that, but no one's gotten like hurt, right? Like I actually have several. This has never
we
come
have-
up.
We have someone who just had part of their ear exploded
Yeah, I
and
think
had a
that, but,
minor
like,
negative condition.
Do you have a condition?
Lightly roasted.
Okay.
Yeah, I have taken a
Oh.
condition.
Oh, I didn't realize you had taken a condition. Okay, I thought you just had a cool ass scar.
No,
and
I
was like, I'm
I
not-
said a
it-
condition because you just had an explosion in the
Okay,
face.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I do have stuff for that. Like, once again, this has never come up, but I actually have all this stuff for being like the medic on the ship. It's just not come. Yeah,
Never,
that's
y'all
I
have
actually-
never gotten injured in this goddamn game.
I built
Wow.
like I have healing items. I have healing magic. I have like I actually built this character to be somewhat of a medic, and then it never came up.
And here it goes. It has come up because I made a trap
Okay,
and I
well,
was caught.
I would like to floof my way over to where Vandal has just had to deal with some shrapnel.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and floof my way. Like, I think I can make it to like.
Yeah,
here-ish.
just get over there. I'm not gonna count much here.
Yeah, I think I can make it to there, and then I will use. Let me see which is better for this. I have a bunch of items from the EGAD Overguild, the best manufacturers of a medical devices. It can be used again. Prevention action. No, that's just health level. I think I think I need to use my full med kit. Because I have quick bandages that heal health levels, but I don't think it takes on the thing. Whereas it says if I use the med kit, I think I can actually can be used to help with negative conditions.
Perfect. That's exactly
So-
what's happening here.
Yeah. So can I click it in a way that y'all can see it? I guess not. I don't see anything. It's in my adventuring gear.
Yes.
The medkits include syringe, scalpel, blah blah blah. I need to do a skill roll. Skill roll. This is just two
Difficulty
difficulty.
2. Your first.
See, literally, my medicine is 12 because I've been prepared to.
You've been prepared for this exact moment to happen,
I promise I will get hurt more often.
and the
so
fact
you
that
can
it's
use this.
it's self-inflicted cracks me up.
Yeah. Oh my god. Remember all the times I've talked about how I've analyzed all of you exterior so that I can reapply them should you ever, not remain in that same physical state. It's for this. Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah!
You quickly, you get on the case while
Yeah,
you prepared for this moment. You
Yes, I've been so ready.
self-inflicted, but you're here.
I'm so prepared. I come out and like each one of my tentacles has a different medical device in it. There's just a dozen different things, and I'm like do a quick scan, like do all this stuff, and in the end it's just like boop, a band-aid on your ear. Like
It's still
A
gonna
little
scar.
burn cream.
Yeah, it's still gonna scar, but it's no
Yeah.
longer, ringing in your
Gosh.
ear, situation. So you can remove that condition. Look at that go.
oh my gosh, Vandal, are you okay? Look out over here. How many tentacles am I holding up? And then like this is
It
gonna
was-
sting a little bit, and it's just like burn cream.
Oof tail.
Perfect. I love that very much. Anything else Willow wants to do during this?
Or anything else I can? I mean, I could. Would it? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something to give us advantage. I'm going to. Oh, I can do this for free. I don't even need to use my Nova point. I think I could use this one for free versus the other one, which is not free. As long as you can. Would you say that them burrowing through the hull makes a noise or a vibration?
Absolutely. They're trying to get in.
Okay, then I can sense anything within 50 feet if I use my ecolocation, my ecological location. This is
perfect.
the ecology of the ship.
Yeah, you can tell exactly where they are.
Okay. So then, yeah, can I use that to create an advantage and just be like,
Yes, absolutely.
I hear some of them coming in that way. I point.
Perfect. All right, and I'll resolve this out that they're at the garbage chute, and they can't get in yet, but they're there.
Okay. Advantage.
Okay. Yeah. So they're still gonna just try to get in. That's what they're doing.
Good.
Scritch,
Good.
scritch.
Awesome. I'd like to get them off.
Yep.
Yes, please.
I really
close
like
they
to.
are.
I'd like super love to be able to do that. So I'm gonna
Yes.
try it.
There's an advantage on
Cool.
the table.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So obviously the one that's on the more exterior
Yeah.
is goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, and you've got one more.
Okay, and I reduce the difficulty by 1.
Yes, you do.
So it's a 2 again. Yeah.
All right. Well, Lala, you're the one that can hear this the best because of your echolocation, and you can hear like the little creaks as this creature has started to dig its claws between the wall of the air, like this airlock, and one of its doors. And just at that time, you feel the ship lurch off to the side, and at the same time, you hear like the screeching as the claws scratch past the metal, and this plasma vampire gets yeeted off into space.
I have a very
And-
important technical question about them.
Yes,
Do they just kind of float through space?
until they can recover. Yes.
Nice. Like a paper bag in the wind.
And that concludes combat there.
This is awesome.
And as the ship goes quiet and everything kind of settles, Narmaz recollects himself into a person again. That's was some fancy piloting there, ace pilot.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah, she's a real ace.
Looks like really lived up to the skills that I've heard from the rest of your crew.
Yeah.
And good navigating too. And he points forward, and you can see this large. You know what? It's Burn Bryte. These are not gray space rocks. That would be boring. I think this is like a dusty blue colored asteroid. Very large, again, at least a few stories in diameter. There's a meeting point.
Damn these hands.
And cresting from around the other side of this asteroid, you see this large, almost spindly ship, like as if it had like limbs to it almost. And again, as if it had like a crest of a spine, there appears to be like a plastered flag across it. And there's the Poured Pirate Collective. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Woo!
Yeah. They're just there now. You can't have flying flags in space because there is no wind. So you gotta kind of improvise there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next time we'll get to figure out what exactly the fuck you're doing with this artifact and the, the Port Pirate Collective being right here. Super cash, no big deal. But you survived combat in space against plasma vampires,
Woo.
which is great. We love that.
So cool.
Yes. All right, let's go around and say hello to all the wonderful people. Tell us who they are, where you can find them on the internet, all that good stuff. Let's start off in reverse order with B.
Yeah. I have been 100,000 bugs in the shape of a wallaby, but normally you can find me on the internet as your non-binary busy bee. I am on Twitter as @B_Zelda, podcaster, streamer, TTRPG content creator. If you want to check out any recent works, tomorrow around 11:30 in the morning, which is wildly early for me, I am going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons, where I play a blood hunter monk who is entirely based off of Jujutsu Kaisen. So if you like anime, you should join.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. And let's go over to Sam. Hello, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. You can find me at Undomiel on Twitter. When I'm not here, I'm on Twitter. That's it. I'm an amateur photographer, and I also do tarot readings. If you want a reading, hit me up.
Hell yeah. Definitely check that out. Let's go over to Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess, or go_JG in most of the places online. You can find me here, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok now. That's a new one. And you can come hang out with me over on my channels. I do a lot of different video games. I do chill games on Monday. We do variety games on Thursdays. Spend all the weekend in space doing Destiny and Borderlands. And this Friday, I'm very heckin' excited because it is Pokemon Snap launch day, and I'm going to be playing that game bright and early in cosplay because my community hit a goal. So y'all should come hang out with me and some Pokemon.
Woo, super exciting. Definitely go check that out. Lauren, hello. What about you?
I'm Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter, the salty half of this channel. I am an ace pilot, as always. For me, I run our Call of Cthulhu, Pulp Cthulhu adventure Masks of Nyarlathotep here on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific. So if you like horror early in the morning, it's what's for breakfast over here. Otherwise, we will be part of something very exciting on Saturday. I'll wait till Kienna finishes up so that we can announce that. But otherwise, check out Missing Annie Lee. It's a podcast. It's really good. It's available on all podcast things. If you like horror and actual play, you will like this podcast. Listen to it. Please, God, please. Just listen to it. Please, please. The end.
All right, and I'm Kienna. You can find me over on Twitter at Kienna S. Best way to figure out what I'm doing when I'm not here on the channel, mostly just here though. I'm part of the cast for both Missing Annie Lee and a Pulp Cthulhu campaign, so you can find me over there. Our big announcement that we get to share is that this weekend, on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are part of our Team Emporium charity relay to raise money for Stop AAPI Hate. Basically, it's going to be all the awesome Team Emporium people doing it like 48 hours of charity streaming, but we are doing a little bit of a slot where I will be back in the GM seat, but I will be running my official Candlekeep Mysteries adventure, The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale, for some of my Emporium friends. So please go and hang out with us then. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be a lot of charity incentives in there. We are also going to be giving away, one, a copy of Candlekeep Mysteries on Roll20, and two, some Dice Envy stuff. So go and check those out and come hang out with us then, because we're raising for a fund. That's really important to me personally as a Chinese Canadian person, and running my official adventure, which is wild. That's the thing that I'm doing. I'm running a thing that I wrote that's published in a book. So come hang out with us on Saturday. If you ever miss an episode or want to rewatch one, we have a YouTube channel, and we also upload our VODs to Roll20's YouTube channel. So go check out both of them. We both upload awesome content. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. We announce when we go live with things, special events like this Emporium thing.
We might play Resident Evil 7 on.
Yes, we might be playing Resident Evil 7 on Sunday. Everything goes to plan. Because we're going to try to binge it so that we can play Resident Evil 8 on stream. So come hang out with us, and yeah, follow us on Twitter. That's also where we post weekly faction polls, so that's where you know where you can help contribute to this game and see where it goes. We have the Daylight voted this week, so I'm sure the cult moving forward in their schemes is perfectly fine and will have no
Perfectly fine.
repercussions whatsoever on what the crew is doing. That's it for us. We'll be back next week as we get to meet the Port Pirate Collective,
Woo!
maybe, if the crew
Sellouts!
decides not to just nope out of there, because they could. It's very much a possibility. But yeah, we'll see you all next time. Thank you very much to everyone who's watching, who donated, all that good stuff. And we'll be seeing you in the Alexis next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.